Hello guys, Yo-Dude here, back with another video, and today I have the biggest debate in basketball. Who is the greatest player of all time? I put LeBron James number 1, Michael Jordan number 2. Here's the reasoning. Anyone who doesn't put LeBron James number 1 or 2 is wrong. Kenny Smith, put him number 10. Colin Cowher, put him at number 9. Why? I know the reasoning. Oh, well, back in the 80s and 90s, they always bodied Jordan. Well, they always got personal fouls every time they did as they did. Same thing with LeBron. Everyone bodies him. Everyone double teams, triple teams him. What does he do? Posterizes him, mid-range shots on them, and 3 points. And another thing is, you have not seen LeBron James switch his game yet. He has switched a little, but he still has his early year games. Like, during this age now, you've had Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, who have stopped dunking, stopped going to the rim and scoring, and now all they did when they were LeBron's age was mid-range and 3 points, and maybe 1 or 2 points in the paint. That's it. LeBron James, he's proven what he can still do at the age of 35. Giannis can have a few more points and a few more rebounds than LeBron, but all around, he doesn't have a better 3-point game than LeBron. He doesn't always pass the ball. He averages 4 to 5 assists. They're basically the same height. I think Giannis is 6'11", LeBron James 6'9". Same height, basically. 2 inches off. Yeah, 2 inches is a lot, actually. But that's the same height. Almost. And then you're going to put it as the scenario is, well, LeBron is, it's, you know, he doesn't make it look easy to score. It is easy to score. No, it isn't. Back in the 80s and 90s, it was. Because you had players who didn't take care of themselves, didn't defend, and then they didn't do anything. All they did was defend. That's about it. That's all centers do. Every position now, almost, there's a bunch of people. Point guards are the exception, basically. Shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, all those people can defend. Back in the day, the only positions was, like power forwards and centers. Those were the two people to defend. Small forwards, shooting guards, and point guards were the people that only scored. Those were the people. They only scored. Now power forwards and centers score now. And they can defend. These people do not score easy. They make it look easy, not because it's easy, because they're great. They're great. LeBron James is the greatest because he didn't make it look easy. He makes it look easy. I mean, it's not easy to score. He makes it look easy because he's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. I do not have any reasoning. Not because he's on my favorite team. No, because I had this debate when he was on the Cavs. Debate when he was on the Heat. Not on his first stint with the Cavs. That wasn't the debate yet because he didn't have any rings. But when he was on the Heat, yeah, there was debate. The fact is, you don't put him 9 or 10. Kenny Smith, Colin Cowher. You don't put him there. Because people now can defend way better than what they did in the 80s. Now, yeah, I made a joke to some people. Put Michael Jordan in today's era, he won't put it up a single point. to be honest, he's not going to put up what he did. He won't be putting up 36. If you put his 36 point per game year with today's era, I'm putting it as a decent NBA player putting up like 18s or 20. That's what his 36 points go down to. They go down to 18 and 20. All these people, and plus what Colin Cowher said is not really the greatest. These people who was having 50 game, 40 game, 30 point game streaks was usually against teams that were from the 15th seed to the 10th seed. There were some exceptions where they were the 5th, 6th seed, but those were when they put up around 30. Those 50 points games were against low teams. Very low seeded teams. Knicks. The old Nets, like 20... No, not the old Nets, but a few years ago Nets. Not like last year Nets. But like you had all these teams that weren't good, and these people were dropping 50 because they had no defense and a very bad offense. They dropped 50 because they were easy teams to put 50 against. Those Harden streaks, he had the streak for 30. Not for 50. I think it might have been, I think he had the streak for 40 point games. Yeah, it was 40. And those were very hard to put up. There was times when he barely used like 1 point. I think like 1 or 2 points away from not putting it up. From not putting up that 40 point game. But he didn't almost make it. He didn't make it. It is very hard now to score. And these players make it look easy. Not because it's easy. Because they're great. It's crazy how these people put LeBron James so low. You can't put him 10 or 9. If he's not in your top 2, I'm sorry, but he doesn't belong on your list then. He doesn't. Sure, opinion. But mine, when I told people my top 10, they said, oh, that's opinion-based. No, because I love basketball. I've watched basketball history before. All my top 10s have reasoning. Because they're great, they've proven what they could do, and why they're better than other players. That's what happens. Because I have facts. I watched The Last Dance documentary. I know Bill Laimbeer and, forgot his other name, darn it, bodied Jordan. But LeBron James has had a harder path to getting these rings. Jordan had, I believe, 3 teams against him in the finals. That's what happened. 3 teams he had to face. And he's learned from all those 3 teams in the series. So, each team learned from each other's mistakes, but it was always Jordan who knew what to do. Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons. You have the Jazz for a bunch of years. I believe the Suns popped in 1 year. I think, and then one final team, I think the Sonics. You had actually 4 teams. But LeBron James, besides the Spurs era, the other times he's been in the finals, he's had many different roster changes. Even with the Cavs, even against the Golden State Warriors, besides the Heat era, there was a bunch of roster changes in those span of 2 years with the Cavs. I do not think if you put in the same age that I believe the 32, 33-year-old Michael Jordan in the Cavs for the 2018 season with no Kyrie Irving and just Kevin Love and a bunch of basically nobodies, he wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have made it to the finals, I mean. Maybe a first round or second round, very questionable. I don't think he would have made it out of the second round. Maybe. I put it as a 15 to a 25% chance. Not 50. I know every time you face a team it's a 50-50 chance, but in this scenario, I put it as a 15 to 25% chance. I put it as that. Third round, if he was to make it, he'd get out. He would get out. He gets out on the conference finals. I think that's when he gets out. But that is my reasoning to why I think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. And why everyone is wrong by not putting him in at least one or two.